What's up, everybody? This is your boy Minita. Part 2 of the Jollibee mukbang. We got some Jollibee. As I said before, the chicken. Got a 6 piece of chicken, 3 are spicy, 2 are not spicy. My boy's been telling me it's the best. So I'm gonna try it out. Yesterday we did the hamburger. Tomorrow we'll do the palabo. And I have some gravy. And that's this is probably the best gravy I ever had. A Filipino tradition is rice. So we're gonna do a fourth mukbang with sauce and rice. Without further ado, let's start. I'm fucking hungry. Just woke up. Hope you had a good day. We're gonna do a taste test. We're gonna do a couple minutes of taste test, and then we're gonna do a Q&A. Like I did yesterday. I'm sorry, I just woke up. Mmm. Mmm. Wow. Mmm. Jollibee, baby. Holy shit. Oh, spicy. Mm. And I know what you're saying. Oh, ain't it? Trying to lose weight. It's a big bucket. Portion, baby. Portion. Do I have a rag? Okay. Mmm. Mmm. See a piece of chicken. Shot of gravy. Mmm. 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 It's amazing. Holy shit. Try to be. Oh my god. Mmm. Wow. I don't know why. It's a shame we don't have a just be in my surrounding. My boy had to go to Toronto. It's a 3 hour drive. Mmm. The actual skin. It's a couple of days old. Mmm. It's really fucking nice. Mmm. Oh. Mmm. I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope you guys had a good day. Thank you again for yesterday. Mmm. This is really, really good. Really good. I'm not the big gravy expert, but still. No? Mmm. Mmm, okay. It's a bit too spicy for your boy. But it's okay. Some of you men, you see here? The red stuff, oh, this is probably spices. Mmm. Filipino food. Mmm. Adobo is also phenomenal. Mmm. I'll have to buy it from my homie. Holy. Mmm. Sorry, I look tired. Mmm. I always look tired. I hope this is nothing serious. Mmm. Where the fuck is my... I don't have a towel. Give me a sec. Okay, enough of the taste test. Forget it. It's good. Let's answer some question. You can follow me on Instagram to ask question, or on Twitter if you rather keep your anonymous. I don't know how you say it. Mmm. My towel family. It's spicy as fuck, dude. Holy shit. Okay, let's go. Mmm. Got to them in too. Mmm. 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 Where were we? Mmm. Okay, anonymous again. Your name? You want focus? No problem. This is really spicy. Holy shit. God damn. Ooh, nah, bro. Thank God my boy, you know I'm not a spice king. So he gave me 3 pieces of non-spicy chicken. Mm. Okay, well, you have to pick it. What are some relationship tips people often forget? Um. Oh, I think we take our partner sometimes for granted. I think it's we put way more effort into getting the person than actually maintaining the person, and I think that date night is super important. It sounds fucking crazy, but once a week, take her out, right? Want to get laid? She's a really good chick, and I'm not saying get laid once a week. I'm saying that by doing a date night, the people, if you do a good job, they will look forward to it. And there's always something that is going to solve a lot of problem because people are going to be like, well, I have a date night tomorrow, let's fight. Right? It's really spicy. After... But it's not should pay... Well, it's no feature should a man pay attention to when he has a date? Not sure what the question means. I think if she made an effort to dress up, if she cut her hair, she did her nail, and all of that. Pay attention to the small detail. It's always useful. If that's okay. I would. What's your mission in life? That's a tough question. My mission in life, holy shit. I. It's funny. If you asked me years ago, probably just survive, right? But nowadays, I would say live my dream. My dream is creating content, so that's pretty much what I want to do. Goal in life. I want to be a good person. I know it's really easy to say, but I want to be a good person. I want to be somebody that people rely on. I want to be somebody that people look up to, and not because it's a vain situation. Just because I think that people they need to look to somebody. They get more a leader than a follower, and there's this guy at work right now. He's younger, right? I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to put him on the spot, but he wanted to date this girl, and he needs advice. And it's nice to be the one to be able to help him because I care about the guy. He's a really good friend, and I'm into 60, so I'd rather give him opinion. I'd rather give him advice because I know that if it comes from me, it comes from a person that cares. What's your opinion about smoking? You do whatever you want. I don't care. I don't care at all. Just gonna say if you're always high, there's probably a problem, right? But if you like to smoke, if it's smoking cigarettes, you do what you want. If it's smoking vape, you do what you want. If it's smoking, try to do it with moderation. Try to do it while you can still experience life because you're gonna end up one day and say, "Oh, my whole life and I missed out on a lot of shit." You know. Is there someone or more person that you don't talk to anymore but really miss? I feel like there's a lot of people that I still miss. I'm a kind of guy that's not gonna see a toxic friendship, and when a friendship ends, I'm always gonna be like, oh, bro, I wish it didn't end, but you have to move on, that's life. If you could turn back time, what would you change? Um, I I had a hard life. I had a lot of people that mistreated me, but I don't know. They made me the person I am today, and I'm very happy with who I am. So, would I really change that and risk it? I don't know. Mm. It's a hard question. Mm. Mm. Try not to waste. God, this is spicy. Mm. Okay. Not spicy chicken. And they put that on the bottom, so it's probably gonna be. It's good, but I prefer the spicy. Mm. Mm. Way better than KFC. Way better. Um, when the last time you spoke to a stranger? I'm a streamer, so whenever a stranger comes to my stream, I talk to them. In real life, I'm a boring person. I work. I go back home. I stream. I edit. I post. My social interaction are basically only at work. My opinion on people that don't want a kid. I mean, you do what you want. You do whatever you want, right? My mom just texted me. It's 1:35 in the morning. I don't understand. Okay. Are you upset with trust issue? I have trust issues. Yes, I trust too easily. I trust too easily. I grew up without siblings. Surrounded by people who had siblings, so I think if I make a friend, I think if I make a friend, I'll latch onto them because I didn't have any siblings, and I yearn for this feeling. You know, I think that people they think that having siblings is hard. Nah, bro. Being a only child, it is really hard. Why do you have? Would you have an issue with other copying your style, and why? I don't have the best style. Physically, as a streamer, I feel like the person I am is pretty close to the person I am in real life. So I don't know how you copy that, but if you want to try, I don't mind. I'm gonna be the best version of myself. So who are you? It's hard. I would again my answer would keep changing. I would say I'm a guy who's going through life changes. I have this wonderful job, wonderful people, but it's not enough. Like I say, I look out, you know. And people would give me shit for like enough at work because they did a lot of work, but it's my day off. I can choose whenever I want, you know. And yeah, we're going through changes because the job I'm doing right now is gonna close in like a year and a half, which is a lot. It's a lot, but when you're trying to create a company, when you're trying to create something on social media, it's nothing. When you're outside, what do you end up doing? Most of the time, I'm gonna be skateboarding because I'm going to work. Enjoying it. I should go outside more though. I should definitely go outside more. I'm trying to lose weight. Once I lose the weight, I'm gonna be able to go on beaches, take walks. I'm gonna actually go outside, create content for outside for you guys. I live in a beautiful city. Beautiful city. We're gonna go back to the spicy chicken. I only have one piece left. It's a fucking nice. It's a leg. What did other tease you in the past? I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I was a victim of a lot of racism. A lot of racism. My mom is Egyptian, and I'm white, but I don't have the white. I have a white nose. My hairs are curly. I was the only curly hair guys in a class of 30. You know. So yeah. As a kid, I used to be called bastard. When the 9/11 happened, you see, we see some racism. I mean, not a big deal now because I moved on. Moving on, it was my height, my weight, the way I talk, me being weird. But nowadays, it's all things that haven't changed. I haven't grown taller. I haven't changed. I'm still that weird guy. You just gotta embrace it and be yourself, you know. Advice for someone who feels sad. I feel like I answered this yesterday, but just be. Watch a movie that's funny. Yeah, I answered this yesterday with a horror movie. Tips on how to deal with trust issue and getting into a new relationship. Well, ideally, if you have trust issues, don't bring them in your relationship. You don't bring them in a new relationship. It's it's not a good thing. But if you want to get to a new relationship, start a front page, highlight that trust issue, hide it. I know it's never good, but try to give them a chance. Until proven guilty of what is innocent. Best way for a guy to move on. To make a move, sorry. Ooh. It's crazy. I was talking about that today. Holy shit. To make a move. First of all, make sure that he is single. If you make a move and you're not single, you're never gonna get it. You're gonna look bad, and you're gonna be embarrassed. Make sure they're single. If they are, make a move. I make a move. It's super easy. Make a joke. With social media, it is way easier to meet people. It's way easier with Instagram. I think I haven't been on Facebook in years, but Instagram is a great way. Met a lot of girls on Instagram, and I look like this. So if I look like this and I can meet girls on Instagram, you can absolutely meet girls. Oh, that's a good question. How to be more vulnerable with a partner? I mean, a partner should take you the way you are, right? They don't need you to be vulnerable. They should accept you for who you are. So, in the perfect way, be yourself. If you're vulnerable, good. If you're not, then get to know them. You're gonna lower your guard automatically because you can trust them, and then it goes so on and so on. Which parents get you better and why? I feel this is a very hard question. My parents are so different. My mom, if I'm emotional, my mom, she's gonna be the one to talk to. If I have a bad day, my mom's the one to talk to. However, my father, most of the time, I'm not emotional. I'm a pretty logical guy when it comes to it. So I would say both. My mom maybe a bit more. Who's your craziest friend? I like to think in my friend group, I'm the crazy one. Yeah. I don't have crazy friends. I think that most of my friends are pretty calm to balance me out. Yeah. What is the biggest mistake you ever made? I've never made a mistake. I think I treated some people wrong. I think I was an asshole to a lot of people. I think I should have learned my job quicker. I'm gonna drink it. I have a lot left, and we don't have that much chicken, so. Oh gosh. Biggest mistake I ever made. Oof. I want to say that. It's a hard question because the first thing that comes to mind is starting at 30 years old on social media career, but it's because I am the man today that I'm able to do what I do. And if I wasn't the man I am today, I wouldn't be able to. So, if I started years ago, I would have probably failed. I had a couple of channels before. I waited 2 weeks and then deleted them. I have a question of missing confidence. Yeah. Not having confidence in myself is a big mistake. Not loving myself is a big mistake. Wow. Next question. Something you love about yourself. I actually really like myself. I think I'm funny. I think I'm clever. I like to think that I'm interesting. I like to think that I'm a good friend. I have a good friend because I am a good friend. And I like to think that I can achieve everything. Would your younger self not believe about you or your life today? My younger self, it was super lunatic. Younger self was interested in Dragon Ball, Pokemon more than life. But that we have the fact that we have a job, we've been there for 6 years. I don't think I ever saw myself in a job for 6 years. I always said my job was gonna be a couple of years. As a kid, I didn't have a dream job. As a teenager, I didn't have a dream job. I wanted to be a cook. I tried. I went to the course. I didn't succeed. I was shit. No. So yeah, I've been in the same job for a amount of years. I think my own place at 18 was good. It was really good. Why did it so good? Actually, really nice. You need advice on how to know someone is right for me? Ooh. Know someone is into me. Shit, it's a hard one. How to know someone is into me? I think you should look at the way they reacted towards you. If there's signs like, I'm gonna say a girl because I'm straight, but if a girl looks into your eyes, if a girl looks at you when you talk, if she laughs at your jokes, the way she feels around you, if she has her guard up, it's crazy to me, but the most simple thing you can look for. That's an advice I give to you guys for free. Sorry. A girl, let's say you take a girl out on a date, right? How do you know that they're into you? They'll look at you when you talk. If a person is looking everywhere around when you talk, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. I understand that with phones, it's hard to see it by the phone and not being addicted. But I mean, it's a date, so if they can't stay off their phone for 30 minutes, right? I started flying. It's funny. I'm afraid of heights, but not flying. I took the plane a couple times and it was cool. It was really cool. I'm afraid of heights though. So yeah, I'm scared. How old people think you are compared to how old do people think you are compared to your real age? I would say it's a really good question because I'm a bit childish. Like I still like to listen to anime a lot. Still, I don't care about having a family yet. Probably in the next 5 years, but for now, I'm happy focusing on social media. I think people they think I'm younger because of how I act. My friends are almost all younger than me. So I think they're older, but nowadays I grew as a person. With a job, I grew as a person. I grew with the advice I give. I grew with the person I am. So I think that 30 years old is probably what people think I am. But I don't think they think I'm 30. I think I'm around 30. An inside joke from a past friendship. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna sound like the biggest asshole, but the person deserves it. Ah, fuck. Vengeance, vendetta. It's a good subject. There was this guy at work who was really, really, really fucking mean. And it's funny because if you can talk to me and I won't care, but if you talk to my friend, and exactly the guy who brought me this, me and him is my closest friend at work. So, um, I was being bullied by the guy. I didn't care. He was being bullied by the guy, and I said no. So, that guy, oh my god. Still to this day, he's a bully. He leaves his cup around everywhere. He leaves his cup. He doesn't close the door. I give you my word. The guy's gonna go in the bathroom and he's gonna turn the sink on and not turn it off. Like who does this? He's 60 years old. Bro, learn about life, you know. Spicy. And it was being mean to my homie. Nobody's mean to my homie. Nobody. So what I did was he left his grapefruit in the fridge open. And we had a barbecue because we had barbecue often at work. We were really close. Somebody left over some mustard. I put the mustard on the grapefruit. And the whole time, it's just to show you guys how shitty he is. We had this one guy, him and the bully, they were friends for a year, right? And the bully thought it was him. He kept accusing him, and he lost our friendship over it. Now, he would say, hey, that's not cool, bro. You start taking the blame. Yeah, sure. Uh, Before I even have a chance to say anything, the guy was blaming somebody else, and it was his best friend. So they were fighting for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And if you don't believe your best friend, you think he did something, you tell you hasn't done it for weeks, and you don't believe him. That's on you. That's on you. Instead of being a dick, so I wish I could do it again. Look at my fast. This video is longer than expected. You think a breakup is a sign of failure? That's a really good question. Holy shit. Oh my god. I think a breakup is a sign of failure. Oh, I think it depends on the relationship. I don't think you can just answer for every single relationship you ever had. I think you can generalize in life. I think for some of, I think automatically, if the other person break up with you, you're gonna see it as a failure. But if the breakup is coming from you, and then you're gonna see it as a failure. I think it depends on the perception you have. I think it depends on how you see things. How this relationship? How was I comfortable? We tend to latch on things because we're comfortable. I saw a lot of my friends, my girlfriends, not my girlfriend personally, but friends that are women, stay in relationship with dickhead, just because they didn't know better. They say, oh, I've been with this guy for a long time. So what? Fuck him. He's a dick. You shouldn't be with him. If it's a dick, he's a dick. I'm gonna have my monster. It's 1:15 in the morning, so whatever. I'm starting to be really full. It's 5 pieces. I was sad, but we have one more. So, and it's not spicy. So, it was really good. The spicy was a bit too much though. I'm not that big of a guy on spicy. And we had a peach mango for the dessert. Do you prefer cooking or eating somewhere? It's crazy because I just talked about I had a course about cooking. I think I prefer eating somewhere. My issue with cooking is personally my issue is when I was watching a show like MasterChef. I was watching a show like it's been so long, bro. It's been so long. I thought cooking was about having 3 hours to make one meal, and I didn't imagine the life inside a cooking line. So when it was with that, I was like, fuck it. I'm not gonna handle stress in a proper way. When there's a stressful situation, it's funny. I never get stressed. But what I do is bad. I freak out. So I don't know if I would be able to be a cook. So what is it being like being in love? Ooh, wow. Being in love feels like the greatest thing ever. You constantly think about a person. If it's mutual, it's amazing. If it's not mutual, it's hard. Being in love can be the best feeling and the worst feeling, because if the person is mutual, again, you feel everything. You feel emotion. Everything is better. Life is getting better. It's like a high. You're high on love. You're like, holy shit, things are beautiful. Flowers are beautiful. Sunshine is beautiful. You're in love. And when you're not in love, well, it just seems bad because you go through life hopefully meeting a mate. And I know this is old school thinking. I understand this is old school thinking, but sorry. I believe that. Fuck, it's hard to say. I don't believe that life should be about having children or having a wife. That's a way of thinking. But I do believe that if you end your life and you're alone, you're single, it's... Nice example. My father, his girlfriend is not really the best person. And I actually told him, why don't you look for somebody? I was 64, I asked him, he was around 58. He said, at my age, I'm not going to be able to find anybody. So, hopefully you're not that guy. My father said some really hurtful stuff Monday, so we're not going to right now. What annoys you about drunk people? Oh, I have a good story about that. So I had this best friend, right? We'll call him Richard. Richard and I were fucking homies. I'm not the best worker. I'll be honest. I'm pretty lazy. Um, we had a job. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Um, fuck, we had a job, right? And that job was amazing because you had trucks and you had to unload the trucks. If you could unload the trucks in 2 hours, you'd be paid for the whole truck. If you could do it, for example, the truck is $80. Example, right? You could do the truck in 2 hours. Holy shit! You have 40 hours per hour. You have $40 per hour. Then in 4 hours, you had 22. Well, you had $20 per hour, right? And I had this guy who was a really really good worker, and I did the mistake of being a friend with a coworker. So we would go out drinking, right? And that guy was a super sweet dude. He was really cool. Richard was one of the first friends who started really defending me. We had the same opinion. We could talk for hours. Holy shit, we could talk for 8 hours, no problem. And we would go out every week. We would go out, me and him. And to separate the money, what we would do is 1 week I'm paying for you, other week you're paying for me. Okay? So I was taught respect. I was taught some pretty harsh lesson as a kid. Like you have to be fair. So when it was his turn, I would get drunk, but keep in mind that he's paying, so I should be nice. There was a couple of nights where I used to pay $150 for drinks for both of us. And when it was his turn, he would pay $70, $80 for two, which is nothing. I don't care. I don't care if I pay more than you, once, twice, but every single time I'm gonna be like, bro, this is not cool. So what annoys me about there's nothing really that annoys me about drunk people. Drunk people, a lot of people are gonna be happy. There's such a thing as happy drunk, as not happy drunk. You're gonna be people that are gonna be super cool drunk. Some people are super functional drunk. I got a guy at work who drinks constantly. I got a guy at work. I probably shouldn't say this, but fuck it. Who brings a bottle at work, and it's not a secret. He brings a bottle at work, and he can work. He can work. He's a happy drunk. When he's not drunk, I think I think I think he has issues. However, I know he gets sad when he doesn't drink, so I prefer him drunk, joyful. Oh man, it's a hard question. Holy shit. Do I prefer him drunk, happy, or not drunk and not unhappy? I don't know. I don't know. I want to say not drunk because I care about the guy, but if he's not happy, I'm not happy either because it's my boy. Fuck, it's a hard question. What annoys me about drunk people? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue. I'll have to think about it. I'll come back to it tomorrow. What would your parent understand? Oh my god. Oh, this is personal. Oh. Okay, so. Oh. Somebody asked me the question, which parent gets you better? My mom, she has this constant need to go out to have friends. I have friends. I have a great community, but I'm a loner. I like being alone. I live alone. I haven't dated in months, in almost a year already, and I believe that my mom, she's she constantly needs to go out because she's not happy alone. So my mom is gonna be somebody that wants to call every day, and I know I'm her only son. I should be calling her, but every day is too much. And when she calls, she has nothing to say. I love my mom. My mom is a hero. My mom, she took care of me. She made less money than my father, yet she treated me better. She bought me more stuff. She always made sure that we ate at a restaurant. I love KFC, so when I was young, she would bring KFC every week. Um, and she was making much. She was eating. She was not eating well because she wanted me to eat well, right? My mom should understand that I'm not like her though. I'm not very emotional, you know. My mom, I'm gonna be able to laugh with her. My father, I can't. My father should learn that My father, my father can be really rude. He can be really, really rude. My father's an amazing dude. My father is a really, really kind of person. When he's in a good mood, he's a really good. Um, I'm gonna talk about it because fuck it. My mom, my mom, she's 65, and fuck, she, she's not quite there yet. She isn't quite there. She's gonna repeat herself a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. She's gonna repeat herself 5 times, in the same talk. And when you ask her why you're repeating yourself, she's gonna tell you it's the first time. She's not always there. We think it might be Alzheimer. Yeah. Uh, so yeah. My father. I was doing this event Tuesday. My father likes to come to my apartment. My stepmom, she's not nice. She's annoying. My father can come to my place to be alone to clean the apartment to make sure that everything is okay. But when he comes here, it's to get a break from everybody. My father and me were very similar. We need a break from people often. And my father's gonna spend a fucking my father, holy shit. My father's gonna spend a whole week every single day working on flowers on his garden. And if you ask him why are you doing that, it's gonna be ending. You don't have a market. Your next winter is gonna all be dead, and then you realize that he needs that because it's like a meditation for him. So you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna do it because I need that, right? And it can be really hurtful. So my mom, she's starting to have Alzheimer. We think it's Alzheimer. It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed. Please, not clickbait. Thank you. And my father, like I said, he was Tuesday. I didn't want him to come, and my father doesn't call. I'm gonna call him, say, hey, don't show up, and he's gonna show up anyway because he thinks I'm hiding shit from him. Yeah, it's a fucking whole story. Oh my god. Side note, my father is very distrustful of me, and I wasn't the most honest kid as a. I wasn't the most honest person as a kid. I understand he doesn't trust me. You know what's really fucked up? Um, in between school and work, I had a depression. I was fat as fuck. I don't think there's anything wrong with being fat, but I was depressed. So I lost. I started wanting to lose weight. For 6 months, I only trained. I stayed at home. I stayed at home watching videos. I wasn't working. I wasn't going to school. I was just trying to lose weight. I was focusing on weight loss. Um, my father was like, "Oh, when I finally got a job," and my father was like, "Okay, well, cool." So we celebrated with friends. To me having a job, we went to drink. This is a true story. First 5 months and a half, I stayed 5 months and a half, 6 months. I stayed inside. I went out one night. One night I went out. You know what he did? My father. He looked in my stuff. The night I was out, he went to my stuff. He went to my drawers. He went in my room. He went to. I'm going one night out of 6 months, right? And now he comes in because he wants to check. So I told him because I knew he was gonna come either way. I told him about 3 4 times that I needed him not to come, right? And my father knows about my mom possible Alzheimer. You don't talk, but I talk to him about my mom. I'm worried, And my father actually said, and he was in a good bad mood. I understand that, but he actually said to me, "You said your mom she's repeating herself a lot, but so do you. She might have Alzheimer. What the fuck? The fuck is wrong with you? You don't say that." So my father can be very, very hurtful. So I wish he understood that his word can hurt, and that, yeah, I'm sensitive. Of course, I'm sensitive, right? But at the end of the day, me, I don't care. It's my father. He's gonna tell me shit. I'm gonna forgive him. He's my father, but he probably lost relationship, not with a girlfriend, with friends, with multiple, because he was that way, right? It's crazy. My father was the oldest child of six, and one of my uncle, the one right after him in the lineage, if you want, they were really close, and no, lately they don't talk. My father said something that was really hurtful, and yeah, I have a cousin. She's very emotional. We think she's bipolar. and it's really tough, you know. My uncle fucking is a saint. He's a fucking saint. You know she's bipolar. He's been going out with the same hunting trip for 10 years with the same hunting group. Yeah, he goes hunting. Yeah, and been going out, and he knew she wasn't doing well, so she said, "You know what? Come hunt with us." And she was really happy. She was really really happy, but she acted like a fucking, I'm sorry, but she acted like a bitch. I don't know. I wasn't there, but from I've been told, all of his hunting friends say we like you. X, we don't like your daughter. So imagine being in this position where your daughter tells you, "I had a really really good time," and in the end you have your friend like, "Yo, we don't want her anymore." So what do? You choose your friend, you choose your daughter. And the worst thing about my uncle is you could choose your daughter. This is the easy choice. She's your family. She's your blood. But if you see that she's acting in a certain type of way, and you not understand that your friends are maybe right, you're like, holy shit. Because if you go with your daughter hunting, example, you enable that behavior, you enable that sort of that mindset that, yo, you can do whatever you want, I'll always be there. And I used to think that was the case for everything. But with the friends I had, the good friends I had, they taught me that, well, sometimes I'm gonna have to give you shit because you're not acting properly. And I think this is one of the most important things you can do. You just feel like inventing mukbang, but now just saying, so just talking about what I'm thinking right now. You know, it is 2 a.m. Holy shit! What part of growing up would you like to skip? I feel like I'm grown up already. I feel like I'm pretty grown up. I'm 30. Um, it's hard. I think there's something I noticed. It's kind of crazy. Like yes, we're all different, but think that you're going through that you have been through. If you ask your parents, if you ask older friends, if they've been through that, they're gonna say yes. Yeah, we're different, but we go through the same shit. I'm gonna make it. I'll tell you the statement right now. It's saying we're all different, but in society stay the same. So every shitty part of society is the same for everybody, no matter how much of a good person you are. You know? Yeah. So I feel like every single part of the question was what part of growing up you would like skip. I feel like you're going through shit to grow up. I think that if you don't go through that shit, you won't grow up. A big part of, I'm gonna be super honest. I'm gonna be super candid. This channel is about honesty. When I started the job I had now, I was 25. I was 24, 25. July 2018. I was 25. Yeah, I was 25, and I was an adult because, bro, I would play games the whole day, and it's not. And I wasn't a kid because I would play game. I was a kid because I didn't interact with people, and in not interacting with people, I became into a mindset where I was perfect. Right? I became into a mindset where I had nobody to oppose my thoughts, so my thoughts were probably right. I had nobody to oppose my thoughts because I had nobody that gives a shit enough while saying no. I'm full. I'm completely full. Well, oof. I'm full. Holy shit. Ooh. I'm gonna keep this for another day. Hmm. I'm so sorry. I was chewing. So the question was, yeah. So like I said, when I came into work, I was an adult because I was still thinking like a fucking teen, you know. And yeah, I had a rude awakening at work, but I think all in all, like I'm gonna say. So you guys know I had received some death threat at work. And you guys know I've been talking to you about a bully I'm working with. Not a bully with a grapefruit, another bully. He's a complete dick, but he's also a really nice guy. For example, he was talking yesterday was my anniversary for 2 years. He was telling me, show me your YouTube page. He said, why don't you do that? Why don't you do this kind of video? So he does care, but I think that I think I think he's unhappy at home. And I think at work is an escape for him. At work, I'm gonna be. Oh, I hate saying this. This is gonna sound misogynistic, but I don't care. This is the truth. I feel like I'm working with a lot of guys, and between guys you can scream, you can. Very very liberating. I'm not the biggest streamer, but and I'm not the biggest guy who's gonna have emotion, but it's very liberating to be able to stream. Very, it's very pleasant to be able to do jokes, to be able to fuck around. And I'm sure that if there was a girl at work, it would be the same. But I just think that us all being boys, it's different. It's very complicated. Yeah. Do you think a wife should be a good cook? I think I've been following this couple on. Oh, their couple go, bro. She's really pretty too. He's a dude. I don't give a. But her, she's really pretty, and she's actually a really good example of uh, I don't think a wife should be anything. I think a wife should be herself, right? And that sounds like a fucking sim thing. It isn't. It isn't. If you want your wife to be a certain thing and she's not, you're pushing her. That's not good. If she, everybody comes in a different package, right? So I've been following this couple, and the guy is actually a good cook. The girl isn't, but the girl, she's very excited. So should your wife be a good cook? I think your wife should be excited about doing things with you. And if cooking is one of them, well, she should be excited about cooking, because at the end of the day, it's not fair for the wife or the man to only be cooking, right? There's thing that comes in if the guy is not working, you should be cooking, you should be doing dishes. If the girl's not working, she should be cooking, should be making dishes, right? You have to be mindful of the separation of what you have to do, the responsibility. Oh my god, and then that's the next opinion on the subtlety of a woman in a relationship. Oh, it's complicated. Fuck. I want to say it's such a hard question because I want to say such a hard question. I have an opinion, but a wife should be anything because it all depends on her husband. She can be whatever. Okay, so for example, if the husband, like me, is a fucking lazy dude who constantly wants to work, a good wife should understand that. Fuck, I can't say that's not nice. Ah, fuck it. Um, a wife should be understanding that. Oh, this guy likes to work. I'm gonna be quite honest. I come back from work. I'm streaming. I'm doing clips. I'm filming for you guys. I'm eating. I'm filming. What do you think the real reason for the mukbang was? Or to create content, I had good food. So fuck it. Let's just content. I could have done a mukbang and continue, right? So at the end of the day, it's hard because the quality of a wife in a relationship is. I feel it's really bad to say that, but she should be a balance of her boyfriend. If her boyfriend is, for example, I'm thinking about my parents because this is the first example of relationship that you're ever gonna have, right? And my father is really not emotional. He's really stoic, right? And my mom, she's a complete opposite. My bye. But my mom, she's a really good mom. She's gonna be there for you. She's gonna be emotional. But my father is rational. He's kind of the husband you want because he knows about money. He knows how to do it. He's very responsible. Well, I'm being very mean right now. But that's what I do. It was a year when my father was single. It was a year my mom was single. My mom was always a good cook. Was a good mom. But she also needed to be surrounded by people. And when my father, she was alone in the house. My mom, she dealt with the relationship. Showing yourself as a friend, she had to be invited to every party. She would do parties just not to be alone. On the opposite, my father, it wasn't like a really good emotional support system. He wasn't a really good cook. He wasn't good at being a father at all. My father, okay, that's a good thing. My father was a real good father. He was a good role model. To this day, I'm gonna tell my father, "Oh, I love you," and he's not gonna say it back. But as a role model, he's gonna give me advice. He loves me. I know he loves me. He cares about me, and he's a really good father. But he was always more of a role model than a father. When I was young, me and my father, we used to throw baseball at each other. Catch it, throw it again. And one day we stopped. And I asked my father, why were you stopping? He said, because you're not good. No? My father, however, in the year alone, became more supportive, was more emotionally present, started cooking more. The food we ate wasn't the best, to be honest, but we made an effort. At the end of the day, that's the most important part. So yeah, so this was a mukbang. Sorry to end it on this note. Just be fucking phenomenal. It's a shame we don't have it in Montreal. But again, thanks for Shao for bringing the food, bro. You're fucking amazing. And I'm sorry about this was a bit more negative. I'm just trying to be honest with you guys, and life isn't always pink. Hopefully tomorrow when we get the mukbang, we have more positive questions because that can bring positive answer. And yeah, I feel like I feel like I was quite negative this mukbang, but I feel like sometimes in life you have to be like that to give the best advice. You know, it's complicated. I want to be a good role model for you guys, but I also want to be honest. I want to be myself. Yeah, I have a lot to think. But I love you guys, and I'll be streaming on Ring in a couple minutes. I'm fucking full, like crazy full, and I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.